It is early in the morning, Monday morning to be exact, here in the Philippines. We're going to go take a look to see what's going on with the progress on the new house. Oh. If I can get out through the gate. Wow, as you can see, they're making significant progress. Ah! So we have this all backfilled, so they're getting close to putting the rebar supports in, and but today we got to compact this soil again, and then put some more gravel on there. Quite possibly put a vapor barrier before we get ready to pour. And the other thing we got going on here is that we've got the plumber and the electrician that need to do the rough plumbing, and they need to get the electrical lines run. All that has to be done before we can continue. And so let me show you what we got going on over here. We did meet with both of them, and we worked out a price that's reasonable. We already bought some electrical supplies this weekend, and those supplies should be showing up today. They're going to be running the rough plumbing through here this week. And I think we're only going to have a two-man crew today because they can't really do much right now until after all the rough plumbing and the electrical is in. And it turns out they're not going to be running it underneath the concrete pad. What they're going to do on the electrical is they're going to put it in this channel right here, if you can see down below. They're going to run it around the perimeter of the house in this channel. So, as you can imagine, all this stuff has to be done before we can pour. And so, it caught us by surprise. I let it get away from me. I wasn't paying attention. I should have had all this done, ready to go beforehand, so we didn't have any downtime. So we'll see how it works out. We got a two-man crew coming up today, and we've got an engineer who supposedly is going to drop off his compactor, the soil compactor, a little bit different one than the one we used last time. And tomorrow our regular crew will be back so that we can start shoveling or topping this off, getting it ready to be poured. The electrician and the plumber, though, those guys are busy, and so we kind of just have to wait until they show up. But I have my fingers crossed that everything will go smoothly. Things are coming along a little bit better than I thought they would. Oh, an interesting thing happened this weekend. So here I am, I'm buying the electrical stuff, all the electrical supplies, which, by the way, was not inexpensive. I think copper wire is getting really expensive. We wanted the good stuff. So we ended up probably spending about, I would say right around $1,000 in electrical supplies, including the circuit breaker. And I got to tell you, I was there discussing the panel, and I was thinking about making some changes by adding a few more breaker switches. And unbeknownst to me, the city engineer was standing right beside me. And he started, and he didn't introduce himself as being the city engineer. He just started talking about, you have to make sure that you submit plans to the city for changes and things like that. And so I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to take it. And then both Jell and I, brother-in-law Jell and I, standing there, we realized that this guy actually worked for the city, and he was going to be handling the final inspection for the electrical components. And so, of course, once we discovered that, I stopped and started to listen. So we finally got around to doing proper introductions. And then he filled me in saying that I have to, you know, draw up a little plan if I'm going to alter the electrical in any way. That was the rule changes here in Bye City. You have to add a supplemental drawing, you know, to the original plans. And then I told him, I said, nah, it's not really that serious. I think what we'll do is stick to the plan, and then a few months down the road when nobody's looking, we'll go ahead and add whatever we want to add then. He just laughed at me. I was a mite bit embarrassed by the whole event. So anyway, down here, down here on the ground, you know, you're gonna see the rebar. We have to go purchase rebar at about 100 sacks of cement today. 100 bags of cement to get ready to pour this. That's one of the things we definitely have to do today. And we're going to be spending some money. I would imagine that there's quite a bit of material costs today. And so this is the point in time where the money starts disappearing out of the wallet very, very quickly. So yesterday we had 1,000. Yep. We had 1,000 leave the wallet. And then today, I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the same place. $1,000 in supplies. Making sure that we got everything ready to go. And then we cut the deal with the electricians and the plumber. And I think they could get that work done in short order. But neither one of them are available for today. But it doesn't matter. We could line everything up. We don't really need them here today. I mean, it would have been nice because these guys are going to start compacting the soil. And I mean, it's pretty compact, and we had some rain last night, which helped out a lot. So I'm not sure it's going to be all that big of a job. I wanted to do it by hand. I wanted to build the old compactors by hand. Let me show you how we do in the Philippines. This isn't the best setup right here, but it would have worked. So you see down here, this is a homemade soil compactor. All labor involved here. You just grab each one of the... Oh, look, it's growing mushrooms. Ah. I wonder if those are the edible kind of mushrooms. I better not take a chance. But anyway, you just grab this by the handle, right? And you just stomp it like that. And you work on that. But I could tell you that the crew was none too interested in doing it that way. So we had to track down a compactor, and we found one. The engineer that selling us this hollow block is also the guy that's renting us the compactor. It's a reasonable price for all-day use. We should be able to get this done in one day. So that's what's going on here on the build site. You can see things have changed quite a bit. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'm going to do my best to answer them for you. I need to get in and take a shower and shave pretty soon. So right here, I believe I'm standing on the porch. So here's the porch area. This is the entryway right here. And this is the house. Living room, kitchen in the back, 2 CR over there, 3 bedrooms, 1, 2, 3. As this takes shape, I am getting really, really happy. I'm not happy to see them slice those hollow block up though over there. I mean, they're not really hollow block, they're concrete slab, they're concrete forms. Let me show you something. Somebody brought something to my attention this morning. I want to show this. A good friend, Paul. So he was asking, why aren't those forms offset? So look down there and you can see they're lined up, right? They're lined up right on top of each other. Let me see if I can give you a better look here. See how they're lined up right on top of each other? That's because those aren't hollow block. Those are concrete forms. I keep saying block, but they're not. And so because they're not, you fill these continuously with concrete. Now anywhere where we might develop a cold joint isn't where there's a continuous pour of concrete. We're going to be using concrete epoxy to make sure that we eliminate any cold joints that happen in the system. So you see how this is poured below the concrete form, right? That's so you avoid or eliminate cold joints. So what you do is, as the wall continues up, you would put epoxy, concrete epoxy in here. And that eliminates the cold joint, and then you continue pouring. And so I think what's happening here is we're going to have probably a situation where we come up to the windows, where the windows go, and they'll do continuous pour. And then we'll end up using some epoxy in that channel, and then continue the pour the rest of the way to the ceiling, to the roof line. I think that's how it's going to go. That's my guess. So that's about all I have for today. We did talk to the electrician and our plumber, the water guy. I call him the water guy. We talked to him about what system we need to pressurize the water line, because they have low water pressure here. And so we explained that we're probably going to mount, he says we don't need to make a tower. He says that all we have to do, he's going to show us how to do it. How to use a water pressure pump and a pressure tank without having to build a water tower. And that's going to be very, very helpful. So that's about, I think, all that I have to share today. I hope it's been helpful for you folks that are considering coming over here and building a home in the Philippines. I encourage you to do it. It's fun, kinda. But bring your wallet. There ain't no loans up here in the Philippines. You pay cash for everything. Bring your wallet. I think that we're a little bit under budget, and so I'm excited about it. As I look forward, I think we're going to hit that target, that target budget. I said $35,000 to build this house. It might even come in a little bit less. And if it does, Minnie and I are hitting the road. We're going on vacation somewhere. So I appreciate you joining us and enjoying this journey with Dan and Minnie. And we'll see you on the next video. Hey, do you guys like the circle better than the square? I think I like the circle better.